In this video, I'm going to show you how to use the search analyzer in the T-Inspector software. So let's jump right into it. So if you click on the search analyzer tab, you'll see that there's more tabs just underneath at the top here, which say Google, TView, as well as custom. So I'll go ahead and start with the Google, and then we'll move on to the Teespring, and then also onto the custom. So the first part here is basically we're just searching Google for Teespring shirts. Now, as you may know, if you're a Teespring seller right now, you'll know that there is an option within Teespring to basically not allow your shirt to show up in Google. Now, yeah, that's going to work to a certain degree, but the fact is Google is a massive search engine, and not just the Teespring shirts are being basically shown in the search engine. Google will pick up links or other pages that are pointing to those shirts. Now, let me give you an example. So let's say you create a shirt in Teespring and you set it so that you don't want it to show up in Google, but you go and start tweeting your link on Twitter or on Facebook. Well, those tweets and those pages within Facebook and Twitter, those pages will get indexed within Google. So eventually your shirt will show up in Google. So there's no way of purely eliminating the fact that your shirt won't show up in Google. So this tool will still work even though if you don't if you click that link, or people actually click that link inside their Teespring account, so their campaigns don't show up on Google, they'll still show up eventually. They'll come through a different medium. Another example is, let's say they posted it on their blog, right? And their blog gets indexed in Google. So there's indirect ways that Teespring links will make it into their search engine. And this tool just utilizes Google. So let's go ahead and jump right into here. There's a whole bunch of cool little features in here. Now, the number one thing that I love doing is every time I get up in the morning, I want to see all of the brand new campaigns that have just hit Google, that Google just indexed in the last 24 hours that are related to Teespring. And what I did is I made that really simple. I have one button right here. All you have to do is just start the software and just click that button, and that's it. And so right now, Google's going out and grabbing all the latest for the last 24 hours. All right, so it found 35, so just going through and extracting. So how this works is it goes to Google, it grabs the Teespring links, and then it's going to Teespring for each one of these links, and it's extracting this information from Teespring. So this information is actually not coming from Google. Only the links are coming from Google, and this information is coming from Teespring. So like I said, what I love doing is I get up in the morning, I click the button, and let it do its thing, and then I can see all the latest t-shirts that just sort of came up within Google in the last 24 hours. And the biggest metric that I'm looking for here is the number of sales. And so I'll just wait till it's done here, then we'll go ahead and sort it by number of sales. Okay, so I just sort by number of sales here, and then usually I just take a look at these ones here. So what I've done in the software, you can actually just hover over top of the link, and it will just show you a preview. Now, if you don't like this preview, it may get a little bit annoying because every time you start moving over links, it starts popping up, and sometimes it might pop up when you don't want to. You might be moving your mouse past real quick, and you see it might pop up or something like that. That annoys you a little bit. You can always just right-click and then select this here. Click this as turn off hover feature. Once you turn that off, it won't happen anymore. But I like it because I like quickly looking at the shirts without clicking the link. And I can take a real quick look at all the top shirts here that we're doing well, that just picked up from Google, that Google just picked up the last 24 hours. So that basically gives you an idea of, like, these shirts just got picked up from Google, which ones are getting the most sales. Like, sort of gives you a good indication of this market, maybe a good one to sort of investigate. So that's what you want to use there. Let me just quickly explain some of the stuff here you see in the grid so you understand that. Sales goal obviously is the minimum number of the minimum number of sales you got to sell. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied. The minimum number of shirts you got to sell in order to get paid. So this is the goal right here. So that's what that represents. The ratio is basically just it's just the number of sales divided by the goal. So obviously, the higher the ratio, the more sales basically it is. The lower the ratio, the less number of sales per goal. This one here is the number of likes. The software will go to each page and extract out the likes that you see in this little box there. The likes is very handy if you do a lot of promotions on Facebook. You can see right here that whenever you find a shirt that has over 1,000 likes, most likely that particular shirt has been advertised using Google Ads, and in most cases a dark post, which is basically an unpublished post that you do not see on your fan page. So that's what this is used for, and I like using that because I can see for all the top ones that are getting a lot of sales. If I see one that has a lot of likes, then I'll know, oh, this person right here is most likely promoting this one here on Facebook. Actually, this is based on a game that just happened in the NHL, where one of the players from Boston was mouthing off someone after the series was over. So that was a lot of buzz going on around the hockey kind of marketing area, and someone just totally cleaned up on that. Like this one right here only has 55 sales. I think the one before had over, I don't know, 1,200 or 1,300 sales. They really cleaned up. They did like $30,000 or $40,000 probably on that campaign. So just moving on here. So I can see that this person is promoting that on Facebook. So that's a good idea, or a good thing to see, because now I know that, okay, this particular shirt is in the hockey niche and it's doing well within Facebook ads. So I'd like to try another shirt that's something to do with some sort of controversy, what's going on right now in the NHL playoffs. Try to look for something, and I know that it's going to sell on Facebook because someone else has already done it. So, well, I don't absolutely know for sure, but it just helps you, gives you an indication of whether or not it's going to work. So this is a really good indication that it's a good idea to do an NHL shirt on Facebook ads. So that's why we include the likes. And another way you can use the likes is if you sort by here and you get one that's like super high, like 30,000 likes, but then there's only like one sale. Well, then you could probably, your best, that's a really strong indication that you should not promote that shirt, or maybe not even in that niche, because it's getting a tremendous amount of likes, but who cares about likes? What you really want is sales to make money, right? So that's another way you can use that. I have included another metric here called likes per sale. So it's basically just dividing the number of likes divided by the number of sales. So 2,600 divided by 55 is 42. And so what that gives you, it gives you another idea of what to look for. So if you sort by number of likes per sale, this one's getting a lot of likes per sale. So that shows you that it has a lot of interest among the people. And what's really important here is that they're actually getting sales. But if you look here, this one got 56 sales, or 56 likes, a couple sales, so it's still fine. Now if you look down at this one here, it has 100 likes, but has 122 sales. This tells me, well, this person is most likely not promoting it through through Facebook ads or dark post or something like that. He maybe just posted it on a page, or maybe did a different marketing, like posted on Twitter, or maybe advertised somewhere else, or maybe bought some traffic from a solo ad list, or did some email marketing, a whole bunch of different things there. That indicates that it's a little bit, they didn't do much on Facebook with that. So it doesn't mean that it's not a good seller, because it's selling 122 shirts there, so that may be a niche to look into. But that's just what that column says. This one here is a time ending. So this here will tell you when the shirt has ended or is going to end. And the format is year, month, day, and then this is the time. So it's the hours, minutes, and seconds. It's pretty self-explanatory, pretty easy to see. This is the front-facing price of the actual product. So if you go to a shirt, you'll see the front-facing price is $53, and that says 53. Wow, that's incredibly expensive for a shirt. $53. Wow, that's probably a mistake. They probably meant to put a 1 there or something. Or what do they sell in the other shirts? Wow, and plus that is probably copyrighted. I would never put a Tom and Jerry logo in there like that. What a mistake. That's a newbie mistake. Using a logo that's probably copyrighted and putting a shirt for $53. Have fun selling that one. But who knows? Maybe it will. Maybe they have a good traffic source. You can't say they won't sell. You never know. Anyhow. And then this tells you the front-facing shirt. This is the front-facing color of that shirt. And then, of course, the title. And you can quickly sort each one really quick if you want. So that's the explanation of what those columns are. So let's continue here. I'm just going to clear that out. Another way is to simply search by keyword. So, for example, this girl loves, or girl loves. It's like a big niche that was going on big time Teespring for a long time. So if we just click that, it'll search Google for the words girl and loves. If you want to do exact match, where you only want items returned from Google that just have that word only, just click this exact match button there. But I'll just leave it at that for now. You can see these are ended here. So that's what that one does. So you can abort that. And you can also have a few features here. You can search all within the last 24 hours, week, or month, and the maximum number of pages you want to search on Google. So each page will return around 200 results. So I usually just leave it on one, but if you really want to try do a whole bunch, you can. If you use this tool a lot, you'll have to enter a CAPTCHA image. Like there'll be a window that will pop up, and you'll have to enter your CAPTCHA image. Maybe I can get that to work here so I can show you. Okay, there we go. Excuse me. I was just paused the video there, and I kept playing with it until I got the CAPTCHA to show up. So it'll show up in an image like, or a window like this. This is just a web browser within a little simple window, and all you got to do is just enter in this CAPTCHA image. M-I-C-T-E. It'll obviously be different for you every time this pops up. So hit submit, and once it's done, you just go ahead and close this out, and then just hit the button again of what you're doing, and it should just continue working. All right, so let's continue on here. Let's just clear this out. Another feature I've integrated is this trademark only feature. Now, I'm not sure how long this feature is going to work for. I've already had to change it a few times even before I release the software. But if I can continue to do it, I'll keep it into the software. But it's really handy. What it is, it allows you to search Teespring shirts that have been removed by Teespring due to copyright. This is really important when you're researching different shirt ideas and you want to see whether or not you should be doing something you shouldn't be doing. You know, like if you're doing a certain NFL team or NHL team or something like that, and you want to see if any other ones actually got eliminated, so or removed due to trademark. So let's say, for example, we did Rangers, and just tick the trademark only. And now it's going out to Google and finding all the ones that have trademark. Now it's not perfect. It's not going to get them all. You can see here this one wasn't removed by Teespring. The ones that say removed in the status are the ones that have been removed due to copyright. But it did find 13. So if I was doing some sort of shirt around the Rangers right now that are in the playoffs, I could come here and make sure that I don't make one similar to these ones. So you can look over here. Now here's something really cool. I've integrated this into the software. If you actually click on this link and go to the page, you will see nothing. It's kind of blanked out. So you can't really see what the picture of the actual shirt was. So you don't even know whether or not what it looks like. So you don't do it, right? Well, I've integrated that into the software. So if you actually hover over, you will see the original image. And if you click on it, you can see a bigger image of it. So this one was removed due to copyright for some reason. I really don't know why. Maybe the word Rangers. Let's keep looking. Texas Rangers. And so you get an idea of what you shouldn't be doing. Rangers of Anarchy. Anyhow, that's a cool little feature we've integrated as well in here. Another famous site for actually researching new t-shirts that come out on the internet is a site called TView. It's located at tview.fatograph.com. And most Teespring sellers, they know exactly about this site. Everyone knows about it. But the one thing I find with this site, it's a little bit annoying trying to search through it. It doesn't give me what I really want. So I programmed that into the software to make it easier for you. So I created a TView part here where you can actually put in a search term and you can specify the minimum number of sales, the maximum number of Teespring pages, or sorry, TView pages that you want to search. Also, whether you want to do the active campaigns only or the goal reached. And these features are actually just given to you right in here. Come in here, you can go, you only want to see the ones that are goal reached, active only. But even though you can do it on their site, I need to see better. I need to see the data better. So I like seeing the number of sales so I can quickly sort by the number of sales, the goal, the ratio, and just have all this information on hand immediately instead of fumbling around in this site. There's nothing wrong with the site, it's cool, but I just made the software a little better, more efficient, so you can actually use that data better. Now here's my favorite way to use this tool. What I want to do is, if you look at TView when you first come to the first page here, the way they give you the results is that they give you the latest results that was found in their network. So the idea is you want to see what are the latest shirts making good sales. But if you take a look on the first page, well, right away I can see that this one's making sales, and this only added 4 hours ago. So this might be a good indication of a niche to get into. But a lot of them will be zero when they first come up, right? So a lot of people fail getting the first shirts out, or maybe they have a lot of shirts. So it's kind of a pain in the butt to go through. Like, there's so many pages here, like 5,000. So I just come into the software and go, okay, I'm only interested in seeing shirts that have more than 15 sales, and I only want to search maybe the first 50, and I only want to see the active. So go ahead and click that, and now what it's doing is it went, and I didn't have to enter in a search term. It's just going straight to TView and doing all that stuff that I want. And it does take a little bit sometimes to get in there and grab the URL. So it searches Teespring. You can see here there's 50 pages, and I'll go through each page and keep looking to find a campaign that's over 15 sales. And I did select active. Now what this does, it selects the active campaigns that are set as active on TView. Now that may not mean it's active on Teespring, because this site is not updated all the time. It's updated, like this was only updated every 2 hours ago. So it's updated maybe once a day. I'm not sure how frequent is actually updated. So you may, even though I selected active campaigns only, you'll get some that are ended, right? Because it may just ended before they updated on that site. But it still narrows it down to mostly active campaigns. And so let's go ahead and just pause it here. And as you can see right away, right off the bat, I can see all these campaigns that are getting good sales that are very recent, and they're still active. So now I can quickly come in here and take a look at some stuff that I could be modeling after, or what niche is working right now. So that's a real powerful feature I love about this tool here. And of course you can go by keyword as well. So say if you're working within a niche like NHL, or let's just stick with the word girl again, or something like that. This girl loves. That niche, there's tons of shirt around that sort of thing. This girl loves the Rangers. This girl loves this, loves that. You name it. So you can still use all the same features. That you want to do the minimum number of sales. You want a maximum pages, only active, if it's reached goal or not. So very handy, quick tool to use. And you'll find it makes it a lot easier to search through TView with this tool. Now the last one here is custom input. Now you may have your own tricks up your sleeve how you want to gather your Teespring links to research. I did at the beginning, and I decided to integrate this feature because I used it all the time. It comes in real handy in certain situations. Let me show you one. Like maybe you have a way of searching on Google and you want to just stick with the way that you do things. So say for example you're just searching just shirts on Teespring, site : Teespring, and you would just want to search shirts that have the word NHL in somewhere on the page. And so you get a bunch of results here. And you want to get all of the, like how many sales, you want to analyze all these shirts here. So here's an easy way to do it with this tool. All you have to do is just select everything on this page. So just go right click and select all, right click and copy, or better yet, click this input button right here. Get the window out of the way. Click this input here, and then all you have to do is get that. So just select all, right click, select all, just drag it right into like that. Or you can copy and paste it, whatever. And then click go. It extracts out the links, and it starts extracting the Teespring information from those links from that code. So that's pretty cool. You'll see sometimes it's removed with all these NAs here. That means that the actual link doesn't even exist anymore. It will look like that. All right. So that's how you use the custom. Another real handy way to use the custom is sometimes you'll come across a situation like this. You have a whole bunch of links somewhere. For this particular shirt here, you'll see this guy was targeting people that were born in 1975 that loved the Ninja Turtles, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And they tried a whole bunch of different years here. Well, let's say, for example, I want to see all the sales from all these t-shirts because maybe I want to, do another t-shirt in relation to an old TV show that kids used to love when they're young, or something like Goonies or something like that, right? And maybe you could have a shirt that said, "I'm a Goonie kid, always and always will be," right? And then you want to go through all the different years, but you don't want to waste your time trying to figure out, well, which year should I start at to see if this thing will even sell? This is where the software comes in handy. So what you can do here is just bring up that custom thing here and click custom. You can clear this out. And so just select all this here and just drag it right in and click go. And boom, it'll start grabbing all the information from those links. There were 16 found, and it's going through and grabbing all of the sales information. You can quickly see which year is going to be the best year to start with if you want to do that particular niche, like for example, like I said, doing the Goonies or something like that. I don't know, that's the first movie that came to mind when I was a kid. I used to love that show. Alright, all those are done, so you can quickly see it was, which one was it got the most sales? This one here, 87. So if I was going to do that Goonies one I was talking about, I would start at year 87 and see how that goes. But that's just that for one example. So wherever you find some code or anything, source code, could be HTML code, could be anything, as long as it has a bunch of Teespring links in it, this little fancy custom scraper thingy will just stick the code in there and boom, it'll just start scraping. Like, let's go back to that example here. Like say for example you went and looked at the source code of this, and it looks like that. Like you could select all of that, right click and copy, and just go in here and paste that code in here, and it should work. It found 20 links. It's going to go through and start extracting them. It won't enter in new links that are already in the grid here, so it won't do duplicates, but obviously we've already collected some of that information from before. But anyways, like I said, you can put any code in there you want and it'll start extracting it out. Now another thing I want to show you is the saving your files, your data. So you can save your data right here. Click the save button and you have a bunch of different options. You can save it as a TData file. A TData file can only be used within this software. It can only be opened up with this actual open button here. So let's go ahead and just save it to our computer somewhere. Just make a temporary folder here called saved stuff. And then if you go ahead and save it there, now you can, if I clear this out, we can open load TData file, and let's go to our folder there, and boom, it goes back in, and here we are with the data back into the grid. You can also save it as a comma delimited file, comma separated file there for Excel or something like that. Also a text file if you'd like. And in addition, I have included my patented interactive HTML file export. I put that in a lot of my software. So if you click that, it'll basically create an HTML format of that data. And this is pretty cool, actually. Check this out. So let's go ahead and save that. And if we use this other option here, the bottom open last working directory folder, this just opens up where we were saving stuff. So it just makes it real easy to get where we were. I love that feature. So if you click on that report, it actually puts everything into a fancy grid for you. So you can do anything with this information. You can even sell it if you want. It shows the images, the front and back of the actual shirt. You got the link there, and you got all this information here. There's even a search built into the page, so it's interactive. You just start typing, and it'll start actually filtering for you. If you had like 2,000 shirts in here, it'll just search for you if you want. You can also sort each column. You can limit the number that you want to see. There's even a pager thing at the bottom there. But yeah, there's a cool little report feature. You can actually, like I said, you could sell these reports for online, do research for people and sell them on Fiverr or something like that, right? It's just another variable we'd like to provide, another option for the software. You can see the comma delimited file. If we just double click that, it should open up in your spreadsheet program. I'm just using Excel. So you can see all the data is nicely organized and put in the columns for you. And same with the text file, same idea. So you can easily save all your data for your reports that you create, or your data that you create within the grid here. Now here's another cool feature I integrated into the software here. Is let's say you want to find some more information about a particular shirt. So let's sort by sales here for this one here, Hurricane. Let's say we want to search Google for that domain. You can obviously just come in here and just select, right click, and just copy this item and go and search in Google yourself. But I integrated it right into the software. So all you gotta do is anywhere on this row, just right click and select search Google for this shirt. So when you do that, it goes to Google and it searches that link, and now you can see if that link is being promoted somewhere. Like you can see that it's in, obviously it comes up on Teespring. It'll come up in Facebook. So now we can see, oh, maybe this guy is promoting this on Facebook, and sure enough, here's a post of the shirt and some sort of trailer. So that's kind of cool. You can also right click and search Facebook via Google. So what it does, it goes to Google and it simply searches all pages on Facebook for that link, and so then I can really see if there's more links on Facebook. So that's a really cool way of figuring out where this where the vendor is actually selling the t-shirt. So that's a real powerful little feature. Then the regular stuff, if you right click, you can delete the selected row if you'd like, or if you select a whole bunch, you can delete all those. You can also just you can copy anything. You can actually just select all these and copy the Teespring links, just in case you want to use them for some other software or whatever. So you just you just go right click and paste, and it's right in the clipboard. You can actually copy anything. So if you just select that, and just go Control C on your keyboard, and now go over here, Control V, you'll have the data. So you can pretty much do anything with this grid. You can just copy anything you want.